A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a historic move, President Donald Trump has signed a legislation that rescinds approximately $9 billion in previously approved funding for foreign aid and public broadcasting. This decision marks the first time in decades that Congress has approved a president's request to claw back federal funds, signaling a significant shift in the legislative landscape. The White House confirmed that the package was officially signed by President Trump, a development that is sure to stir debates across the political spectrum. The legislation, known as a rescissions request, was passed by both the Senate and the House of Representatives after a series of late-night votes last week. This package targets around $8 billion allocated for foreign assistance programs, notably through the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, and includes nearly $1 billion in cuts to the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which funds public radio and television stations like NPR and PBS. While the majority of Republican senators supported the bill, some raised concerns about the implications of such cuts on critical programs, especially those aimed at combating global health crises like AIDS and ensuring communication in rural and tribal communities. In response to these concerns, the final version of the legislation removed $400 million in cuts to the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR, an initiative designed to address the AIDS epidemic globally. The administration has also committed to finding alternative funding to support rural radio and broadcast stations, which are vital for disseminating emergency alerts and other important information to residents in these areas. Republican leaders, including Senate Majority Leader John Thune, have framed the rescissions package as a necessary step to eliminate wasteful spending within the federal government. Thune stated, "I appreciate all the work the administration has done in identifying wasteful spending. It's a small but important step toward fiscal sanity that we all should be able to agree is long overdue." However, the cuts have not come without significant opposition. Democrats have argued that reducing foreign aid funding could undermine U.S. national security and play into the hands of rival nations like China and Russia. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer criticized the package, warning that it could create a dangerous vacuum in global aid that adversaries would be eager to exploit. He stated, "If Republicans slash more American aid, it will create a dangerous vacuum that the Chinese Communist Party will continue to eagerly fill." The political implications of this rescissions package are profound. It represents a shift in how Congress engages with budget oversight, raising questions about the balance of power between the legislative and executive branches. Critics have accused Republicans of ceding their responsibility to the president, potentially setting a precedent for future administrations to unilaterally alter appropriated funds. As the dust settles from this legislative victory for the Trump administration, it is clear that this is just the beginning of a larger strategy to reduce what Republicans deem waste, fraud, and abuse in federal spending. With more rescissions packages anticipated in the future, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are bracing for further battles over budgetary control and the prioritization of federal funds. The implications of this legislation extend beyond immediate funding cuts. It raises critical questions about the future of foreign aid, public broadcasting, and the overall priorities of the federal government. As the administration seeks to implement these changes, the impact on essential services and programs remains to be seen. Observers will be closely watching how these decisions affect communities reliant on public broadcasting and foreign assistance, as well as how they reshape the political landscape in the lead-up to the 2024 elections. In conclusion, while President Trump's rescissions package is heralded by some as a necessary corrective to government spending, it also poses significant risks that could reverberate through various sectors. As Congress navigates the complexities of budgetary oversight, the stakes have never been higher for both lawmakers and the constituents they represent. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.